Hey, what's happening to you guys? Pyros here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the Joker movie. And pretty much I'm going to be focusing on the controversial things that have been following behind the Joker movie. Now, from a European perspective, the Joker movie looks pretty dope. As a DC fan, I feel like they're capturing what makes the Joker very interesting. And the new take on it, with the whole idea that the Joker has life beaten down on him to the point where he goes insane, and also with the theory going around that whatever the Joker is perceiving may not actually be a reflection of reality. So, do you guys remember the scene where the Joker stands among other people who are wearing clown masks? But, and they're obviously going crazy and they're fighting against the law or whatever the case may be. It could be also be like, I've heard rumors saying that that scene may have nothing to do with the Joker himself, but he perceives it to be that everyone is fighting with him. Crazy theory. It's on Games Theory's channel if you want to check it out. It's pretty interesting. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about more specifically is the controversy revolving the Joker and how everyone on the American side of things are blowing it all out of proportion. And I think this premature preparation for the unlikelihood of a mass shooting taking place because of this movie may in fact lead possibly to an actual mass shooting. Because look at this way. Every journalist out there, everyone who's on the left side of the political spectrum has been warning that this Joker movie is going to lead to mass shooting. They've even involved the US Army to this cause. They've even gotten a lot of cinemas in America to ban face masks, which makes kind of sense. You don't want to cover your face when you go into a public area, but face masks that resembles the Joker, face paints, all that stuff. You have people urging the movie to be shut down and to be removed from theaters. The actors have to have come out to make a statement saying that they do not condone mass shooting, that this movie does not reflect the life itself, and if people are really that, I guess, sensitive to this movie, they should just not watch it, essentially. But I feel like all this attention that this Joker movie is getting may actually lead up to a potential psychopath who may see this as a massive opportunity to get some credits to his name, if you know what I mean. It's like they're literally just pouring oil all over the place, and they're just waiting for that one psychopath to walk in with a light up match just to light up the place, if that makes sense. I don't know, I feel like, for me personally, this movie looks dope. It looks pretty cool. It looks like they're doing a really good job with the Joker. They are going on a different approach, and he kind of can be related to a sense. Obviously not in the sense of you're gonna go and do something fucked up, but like the sense of life just beats you down and life just doesn't show kindness to those who are pretty much struggling in life. So yeah, but no, it's very interesting. And at first, I laughed at the idea that a lot of the Americans over there, especially the people on the left side, are overreacting to a movie that does not paint a picture of reality. It's just a fictional character who is known to be a psychopath. I mean, he's not the first character on a TV or a movie situation to be bad. We've had so many. There are movies like Scarface, showing Scarface, mafia movie, drug-related movies, all that other stuff that we've all seen throughout our lives, but no one goes around and performs these acts in real life. And not to mention the joke. Why is my camera blurring? Can we just not do that, please? Can we? Thank you. One of the things as well that's kind of bothering me a little bit is that the Joker movie isn't just being exclusively released to the United States. It's being released globally to the rest of the world. And no other country is going as far as preparing the army, preparing to ban face masks, preparing to, warn people about this movie. I've heard nothing like this in Europe. Nothing's happening in Asia. Nothing's happening in Australia. Nothing's happening in Africa. Nothing's happening anywhere else on the planet except for the United States. Now, if a movie has the potential to set off a mass shooting in your country, I feel like the movie is not the one that's at fault here. I feel like there's something more, an underlying issue with your country's culture that, encourages mass shooting. Because a lot of people like to, paint mass shooting as a mental issue. Like for me personally, like I said before, I'm looking in from a European's perspective. I don't really see mass shooting as a mental issue for the most part. I feel like these are just evil people who wanted to be evil and commit actual evil act. So I don't know. They don't call them domestic terrorists, but the rest of the world we call them domestic terrorists. Like you're committing acts of terror. You're a terrorist, so domestic terrorist. But no, I think this is really starting to go a little bit overboard for the most part. The movie's coming out very soon. I think in a couple of days. I think on 6th of October. Let me just check that one more time. Because I am looking forward to the movie. I am looking forward to seeing this movie and all that stuff. But seeing the way a lot of people... Oh no, on the 4th of... on the 6th, on the 4th, it's all the same. It's not the same, I'm just like... But no, it's like... It's very kind of disappointing and obviously concerning as well. I was like... I didn't take this seriously until I heard that the US Army, or maybe a faction of the US Army, is pretty much involved with this. It's like... That's crazy. That's really, really crazy to me. Okay, let me just read this again. Potential... Because I just opened up an article or something like that. Where, okay, so it says here, on Tuesday, the US Army confirmed that it had widely distributed an advisory to service members about the potential mass shooting during a theoretical release of the Joker. According to Stripes, the U.S. Army Criminal Investigation Command was issued on Monday, warning warning commanders in Oklahoma that a law enforcement agency in Texas working with the FBI had uncovered disturbing and very specific chatter in the dark web regarding a targeting of an unknown movie theater during the release date. Jesus Christ. Now, see, this is what I was talking about. I promise, if people hadn't reacted and blown the situation out of proportion, no one would have had the mindset. This is why I was talking. This is why I was making this video. They wouldn't have had this mindset to do something like this. But because there's now so much attention behind this movie, so much things being blown out of proportion, that now people, like, we live in a very memeable world. Like, you can take anything serious and there'll be a group of people that will meme it to oblivion. And now, in the cracks of those memes, there might be one or two people who might actually take this whole thing serious. Look at this Storm Area 51 thing. It started out as a meme, but people actually went along and did it. A small portion of people, but no one actually, well, a handful of people attempted to go into Area 51, but most of them just took it as a day out to have a music festival, whatever the case may be. But it's very concerning. Very, very concerning. I don't know. Like, you know what's funny really? It's like, I'm reading this now and I'm talking about it, but now even I'm kind of being a little bit skeptical of going to a fucking theater to watch this movie. No. I don't know. This movie looked great, but I think people are just really blowing it out of proportion. I think really people have taken something. Do you know how this is saying? Speak it into existence. So essentially, no, if you want to be successful, you speak it out into existence and you'll end up being successful. A lot of people are speaking out into existence that there might be a mass shooting. Enough people say it, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. There's gonna be one psychopath that may go out of their way to, maybe they may not even commit the mass shooting, but they'll definitely try and threaten people to it. They'll probably walk in with a soak-up, a water gun or whatever, and I don't know. It's so stupid. I think this is gone well beyond, jokes and memes, and obviously the left being a little bit hysterical. I think this is just gotten to the point where now you kind of have to take it seriously a little bit now at this point. But anyways, that's just my thoughts and opinion on it, about this Joker movie, about the whole controversy, about everything that's been surrounding this movie in general. Like I said, this is just a European perspective looking in. I don't follow American politics to that extent. Most of the time I just pay attention just for the enjoyment of it. But yeah, you know, it may, I promise you, I feel like if people just left the Joker movie as is, as just the Joker movie, and they didn't try to associate it with mass shooting, try to associate it with incel people, try to associate it with, you know, white male shooters, because yeah, we know statistically it is white male shooters that be doing the acts, but I feel like they used the Joker movie to attack a group of people, and maybe one of those people is gonna lose their shit and be like, you know, oh, fuck it. I mean, the last mass shooting I think was motivated to take out Mexicans or something like that. So this mass shooter could probably go out and say, you know what, I'm sick and tired of white people being attacked, I'm sick and tired of being called an incel, I'm sick and tired of having life look at me like I'm the evil villain. I'm gonna go out and become the villain. Do you know what I mean? It's dangerous, but that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. I'm Pyros, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.